as the riders behind are getting set to fire and try and beat him to the finish line. Axel Laurence of France, is it going to be the victory? It looks like he is going to take it. Nearly 150 kilometers in the breakaway, and he's going to go all the way to the finish line. A win for France. Axel Laurence, world champion on the finish line.
To 12 seconds, 17 seconds. They've got him. He's just up there. He's in sight.
This is the closing stages of the Under-23 World Championship. The rainbow bands are just disappearing over that hill as far as this group is concerned. They need to take a risk, but they are also worried about the medals. This is Axel Laurence. What a day of racing he's had. Well, if it's been a difficult day for you, you can see the stars right now. This rider is really producing a wonderful performance.
Absolutely. Well deserved from all these riders. They've been in the breakaway, as we mentioned, from almost the start of this race. But look at the gap opening up now on this descent from the rider we thought was the one struggling the most from this group.
12 seconds for Axel Laurence, and now suddenly the German rider Moritz Kretschke is going forward. Laurence has got to keep the pressure on. 16 seconds as he continues with this relentless effort that he's put in. 26.9 kilometers was when he went clear. Kretschke is disappearing. The German rider, who every single time there's been an acceleration has been dropped, has found some sort of second bit of energy to go forward and now try and take silver as everybody looks around at each other.
Well, I never would have predicted that. As you said, Ant, he kept getting dropped, didn't he? The German rider Kretschke on each climb, every single rise. But he's decided he wants to give it a go. He's opened up a very small gap, and again it's the rider Schreck on the front, really, really trying to bring this back. 15 seconds.
It's 15 seconds. It's getting close. If someone has the legs on Montreux Street, they're going to have to throw everything at it to try and bring the Frenchman back. The head is going left and right in time with the cadence of these pedals. He glances around another time. Kretschke is bringing them across. 14 seconds. It is so, so tight. They all swing across the road. That's the gap. You can see him just in front, but he still has the initiative. Every single time they slow down like this, the championship bands are getting more and more stable on the back of this rider, Axel Laurence of France.
Now,
another swing across the road.
Rutkin Gray seems to be staying at the back. He doesn't want to do a turn. I think he's edging his bets. If it comes together, he's going to try and out-sprint everybody. But of course, 14 seconds. He's just holding on to this gap. 3 kilometers to go. What must be going through his mind right now?
There's 3 World Tour riders in that second group. 3 riders with great experience. His average speed in the fourth hour, 39.9 kilometers an hour. The first hour, there we are. There's the little turns as he goes up the road. Axel Laurence, there's the chasers. 5 riders. There's only 3 medals on offer. The gold medal is up the road. As going to the front yet again is Schreck. This rider, Martin Schreck, what a race he's had today, but he still cannot get enough speed. For me, the rider in here who is playing the best game is Milesi of Italy. I think he's got the legs, and when we get to Montreux Street, he's going to go off like an absolute rocket up this climb.
Yeah, I think it will come down to this climb. Who's got the legs? Who's been bluffing? Who's going to attack? But at the moment, this rider is putting on a show. 15 seconds. It looks like it's going to come back time and time again, and yet he still holds on to that small advantage. But is it going to be enough for him to hold on? 2.2 kilometers to go. Still many corners. They need to brake. They need to accelerate. We've still got a climb.
The brutal slopes of Montreux Street beckon for this rider as he dreams of taking the rainbow jersey He needs to produce the best possible climb. Axel Laurence, what a day in the saddle he's had. He's endured the Crow Road in the pouring rain. He's endured the breakaway from about nearly 150 kilometres to go. If he wins this world title, it will be so well deserved because he laid out his stall early. He's been in every single move. This rider is trying to win for France.
19 seconds now. The gap has gone up.
Onto the climb. Axel Laurence, this is Montrose Street. Right now, the legs will be absolutely burning in pain. His body will be telling him to stop, but the mind is intent on winning the World Championship. Look at the speed of Axel Laurence as he tries to get every single little bit of speed out of those legs. The weary body reaches the top of the climb, and now he needs a descent and a run through the final corner, and he will be the world champion. Milesi now kicks hard.
We expected Milesi to do something on that climb. He did a little attack, but there's still riders on his wheel. 15 seconds. It's going to go all the way down to the line.
All the barriers have fallen in the wind on the left-hand side of the road, so the rider's being warned. Yet again, Krejci drops. Here comes Axel Laurence, getting himself set for what is going to be a huge moment. But behind, Milesi is still chasing. Behind him is Morgado. Rutkin Gray is also there. This rider is getting set to win the world title for France.
He has the World Time Trial champion in hot pursuit behind, though, Ant. It's not over just yet.
They've got a couple of twists and turns to go. Milesi is there. He can sense the possibility of catching him before the finish, but has he left it too late? Axel Laurence needs to keep on the pedals. This rider has had a wonderful day in Scotland. Milesi looks around. Behind him is Morgado. Just on the wheel is Rutkin Gray. He's going to turn the corner now. He's just got to make sure he gets safely through the left-hander and gets set for the gantry. He can see the finish line now. Axel Laurence of France. He looks around. They still got to keep the pressure on because the riders behind are getting set to fire and try and beat him to the finish line. Axel Laurence of France. Is it going to be the victory? It looks like he is going to take it. Nearly 150 kilometres in the breakaway, and he's going to go all the way to the finish line. A win for France. Axel Laurence, world champion, on the finish line in second. Morgado just slams the handlebars.
What a race. I don't think we've seen such a close World Championship road race for a long time. That was absolutely exhilarating.
Incredible race. Axel Laurence takes the victory for France. He has emptied everything. Absolutely finished. Morgado is so annoyed. He took the silver medal. Behind them was Martin Schreck and then Jack Rutkin Gray. A fantastic performance by the Portuguese rider. Rutkin Gray of Great Britain. He doesn't take a medal. He just misses out on the sprint. Milesi is fifth. Behind them is going to be Krejci of Germany. Now Segaard of Belgium comes in to take 7th place. 8th place to Romeo. Behind them in 9th place is Max Walker of Great Britain. What a stunning day. Well, Martin Schreck is really annoyed. So is Morgado, but they just didn't ride cohesively as a unit to catch Laurence. Here comes Arrieta.
Just 2 seconds in the end. It was hovering 15 to 20 seconds all day long, the final laps, and in the end 2 seconds it was on the line. And the Frenchman, of course, held on.
Amazing racing. France finished with 2 riders in the top 10. It was an exceptional performance by Axel Laurence. He's absolutely finished. Completely and utterly spent. Pierre Gautrat takes 10th place. So emotional. Antonio Morgado. It shows how much it means here, Lucy, because he's absolutely, on one side he's really happy, on the other side he's so emotional, having thought that the potential world title was just in front of him. He's only 2 seconds behind at the finish.
Yeah, and I think all the anticipation for those riders on the final lap, for it to come so close, it didn't finish at a 15-second gap, it came all the way to 2 seconds. So I think for all the riders in that chasing group, they really, really know they could have been a world champion. It was so close.
It's like a battlefield at this finish line. There are riders lying all over the road. They are absolutely finished, completely and utterly empty. Here comes the sprint, led in not surprisingly by the American Luke Lamperty. He wins the bunch sprint easily. Thibaut Nace crosses the line. Belgium were always on the back foot. They never managed to put a rider into the leading group. Thibaut Nace looks like he hasn't even ridden a race of France. He's already been signed by the Alpecin team. Here's confirmation of the top 10 in this under-23 road race. Axel Laurence wins ahead of Antonio Morgado of Portugal, Martin Schreck of Slovakia. Behind them, the British rider Jack Rutkin Gray, Lorenzo Milesi of Italy, Moritz Kretschke of Germany in 6th place. And there's the makeup of the top 10. Still more riders coming in. He looked around, just checking. Look at the celebration. So well deserved.